Okay, so welcome back to some more Ride 3. Today we're going to be going over some of the in-depth customization of the bike. I grinded out, bought all this stuff already. I had to grind forever because I wanted to buy a different bike. I was going to buy the Suzuki RMZ 450, but I wasn't really happy with the way that bike model looked in-game, so I went with the KTM 450 instead. Cost me an extra 3,000 credits, but you know, whatever, what are you going to do? And then I bought all the upgrades already, but I'm kind of going through and showing you really quickly some of the options you have and, you know, whatever, just so you can see it, I guess. And it's very much like MXGP Pro. It's a grind, dude. I have the credits multiplier, okay? So I'm getting double credits as opposed to normal, and it still was a grind. I had to play on like a really easy difficulty setting because it was that hard. It was that hard. So what I did was I found a really easy short track, basically just an oval track, put the AI pretty easy, and then just kept winning races there. It was a grind, but eventually I had enough credits to be able to buy the bike and buy the upgrades that I wanted and have a fully upgraded bike. I mean, I guess I'm missing some of the cosmetic stuff, but I just wanted the upgrades that were gonna improve the performance. I don't really care about the bars or the grips or the hand guards or whatever, you know, that wasn't really that big a deal to me, but it is there if it is a big deal to you. It just wasn't for me. And again, I already bought all this stuff, so I'm just kind of going through and showing you. And I bought the top tier upgrades. I didn't buy none of that medium level junk. I went with the top tier elite. So yeah, and then we get into the grips here, and yeah, I mean, there wasn't that big of a list for anything else, and so I was thinking, okay, the grips can't be that long, but whoa, we kept going and going and going and going, and I got really, really impatient and had to speed through it because for whatever reason, they have this outstanding lineup of grips to choose from, but not really anything else. And I'm not really complaining about the customization. I think it's just fine. I think it's really similar to Ride 2. So if you played Ride 2 or you saw Ride 2 customization, this is really similar, but it's just weird. They had so many grips, and it's not really like that with anything else, I guess. So yeah, there's some hand guards. I don't really care about the hand guards either. It's not my thing. I mean, they're the ones that the bike came with, so whatever, and I don't need to buy different ones. And then here's the wheels, and I do think there's still a medium and a top tier upgrade, it looks like. So yeah, we bought the top tier upgrade. It's not a lot of choices, but you know, you're going to want to pick that up if you want to increase the performance of your bike. Here is the graphics editor, I guess is what it should be called. Graphics editor, and this is like the coolest part of the game. Like seriously, this is what I've been spending a lot of my time in doing. I messed around with this for so long, and this is the greatest, hands down. It's got camo on it. You know something is sweet, cool if it has camo. You have something that's not cool, put camo on it and it gets 10 times better. Okay, so this graphics kit is amazing. This bike looks fantastic. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna walk you through kind of how you do this, and I think there's some other things, like you can make some stickers and even make it more customized than what I'm doing, but this is just I just wanted to kind of get the meat of it here, you know what I mean? Give you a taste of what it's like and how Milestone's really pushing to make it feel like it's your game. It's you, it's your bike, it's your life, it's you riding the tracks. And I feel like they keep getting better and better. It's not exactly where I want it to be yet, but they are getting closer, and this is pretty sweet. So you choose the color of the plastics, basically. We go with the glossy metal and just choose a base color, and then you start adding what they're calling layers. You add layers, and it looks like you can have a bunch of them. But I'm just kind of going through and showing you, going back through the ones that I already put on. But if you wanted to do another one, I only have 9 of 1,000, so I could add a whole bunch more. And each time you put a layer down, the new layer will go over that one. So like the camo is layered down first. If I want to put a design over the camo, you just add another layer and you can put it on top of that. So it's really simple, and you can just keep going and going and going. And I'm sure there's going to be some people that are making really, really fantastic, elaborate looking stuff. That's not really the case that we went with. We went with kind of the fast, get it done, and see how stupid we can really make this. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool. And then there's an empty spot here, so I decided to add a layer for you and choose, I think it's a lion head, I want to say. But yeah, we add that. You can also, once you choose what you want, you can change the size of it, the angle of it, the color, all that good stuff. And you can make custom graphics. So we might have to make something really sweet that says Wyndham 151 on it. Maybe even put the number 151 on the plates, because the numbers in this game only go to 99. You can't have 3-digit numbers. So I might have to put my own 3-digit numbers on here. But anyways, yeah, it's such a cool thing. And I've never seen anything, I guess, quite like this in a Milestone game. And I know they had advertised this. They showed a quick teaser trailer of it, but it's more than I was expecting, and it's awesome. I'm really happy they did this. And I even think you could use wood. There was like a wood background you could put. Like the camo is more of a base layer, and then you would put some kind of design over that. See what I'm saying? You could choose some kind of base layer and then start layering over the top of that. And when I first noticed that you could add layers over layers was right now when I was moving that dragon head around on top of the camo, and I was like, oh, okay, that's how that works. And then we size it here to fit just right. Find a good, we already did get a color. And then we jump to the track to test it out. Now, I didn't save it. I forgot to save the purple. So we go back to the blue, the original one, and show you some what it looks like on the track. It's not just something to look at. You can actually play with it in game, which is great. It's so cool. This is going to add so much replay value to it, just so you can see the stupid stuff that people can come up with, or the great stuff people can come up with. And also, I ride a couple laps here because some people are asking me for wheelies. If you're familiar with like Crew 2, the wheelies in this game are much more difficult to do. It's way easier to loop the bike out. It's harder to carry the wheelie. I do get a couple here for you, so if you're a wheelie fanatic, we got some wheelies. I also was messing around with the drifting. I did separate the brakes. I think I'm on pro physics, or maybe normal physics, I don't remember, but not the assisted ones. And I separated the brakes, and you can kind of slide the back end around, but it's never going to drift that great. You could do it a bit in Ride 2, but it doesn't seem like it's going to work as good in this game. Maybe after people have played for a while and grab great bike setups, you'll be able to. I don't have a bike setup. I'm just using a stock setting. Maybe that matters. I really don't know. I don't know. There was a wheelie for you. But in Ride 2, I felt like if you were to get on the gas a bit sooner, you could slide the back end around too. It doesn't feel like that in this game. This game feels like you're stuck to the ground a lot more. It feels like maybe you could drift the back end around with braking, but ooh, that was a good one. Good wheelie. But you can't really move the back end around with throttle control. You're just perfectly tracking is what it feels like. So yeah, I don't know. And if you do it too much, you crash. If you do it in between too much and not enough, you kind of get wobbly, I guess. And that's when the AI comes in and destroys you, which after this, I do a short race on the same track with the dirt variant. And it's a nightmare, man. The AI is seriously a nightmare in this game. Not only are they really fast, they only spend about half the time on the track, and they're constantly trying to take you out. They're always going for the takeout move, the T-bone, whatever. They will go off the track, like way off the track, just to take you out and get the pass. They are very aggressive. I'm happy the AI are tough, okay? I always like tough AI in games, but the fact that they're always off the track and always taking you out is pretty annoying. And I get that the game, I think it's probably worse on Supermoto than anything else. Keep in mind again that this was really easy AI. I had it way easy. And even on easy, they were super tough. So maybe the AI is not as dumb as they are with Supermoto because the track's really tight and there's just not a lot of places to play. But even there, they're off the track. They are off the track. And I know it's showing that they're getting penalties, but it just doesn't feel like they're penalized enough for as much as they're off the track. They're off the track more than I'm off the track usually. And at the end of the race, most of the time, it's me that has that ginormous penalty. And then, I don't know, somewhere in here, there's like dirt piles to keep you from cutting the track. Look how much he's cutting the track. He's cutting the track so much. And this isn't even that much, actually. I had a couple other races when I was grinding that it was way worse. I mean, you cut the track there. This is a game I already mentioned that if you brush a blade of grass off the track, you get a penalty or an invalid lap time. Okay, there I cut the track a bit. I'll take it. But the AI is cutting the track a lot. I mean, the AI is cutting as much or more than I am, and they're programmed to go around this track. So that bugs me that the AI is so stupid in Supermoto, and I hope it's not like that for the street bikes or the rest of the game, but yeah, at least with Supermoto, they're not good. They're really not good, and unfortunately, you need them because that's a good way to level up, is racing against the AI. You can't just do time attack all day. You don't get any credits. So unfortunately, you need the AI. I mean, I really don't care. If I could get a lot of credits just by free riding or time attack, I would do it. I don't buy ride to race the AI, okay? I just don't. There's MotoGP 18 and all the other MotoGPs. There's MXGP, MXGP Pro 1 and 2, and Supercross the game. I don't need to race the AI. I buy ride for more of a casual experience, just kind of cruising around, looking at the beautiful environments, the gorgeous environments, and whatever, experiencing different bikes, and I don't know, I guess stuff like that. But it's just, you need the AI because Milestone made it to where you pretty much have to race the AI to gain any amount of credits, and I hope they can change that in the future for future ride games, that you don't have to have the AI. I mean, maybe some people like it. Maybe that's the way they really enjoy the game is racing, things like that. But maybe racing people, it would be better. But the AI, I mean, I'm fine with just cruising around the track, testing bikes out, see how different bikes handle and perform, and whatever. That's how I prefer the game. And I know I don't speak for everybody, I know that, but there's a lot of other games Milestone has where racing the AI is a big chunk of what happens. And so 2 things I would like to see is not stupid AI for Supermoto, and the grind for credits has to be less. There's 230 plus bikes in this game. How are you going to unlock all the bikes and all the upgrades without having less than 1,000 hours in the game? I mean, it just doesn't seem possible, even with the credits multiplier. And I can tell you, I'm not going to put 1,000 hours into this game. It's just not going to happen, no matter how good it is. I have like one game that I have over 1,000 hours again in. One game out of all the games I've played. Well, maybe Reflex and Encore 2. Okay, maybe them, but I'm not counting those. So yeah, it's just frustrating. I wish credits were easier to come by and the AI wasn't stupid. That's my biggest complaints with the game. So yeah, there was some interesting stuff with the graphics editor, and we might go over it again if I find some new stuff or come up with some cool design, but definitely an awesome feature in the game, and customizations usually on par with a typical Milestone game. So there you go. This lap is about done. The video is about over. You guys and girls are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the support on the channel lately. If there's something specific you want to see before you buy the game, make sure to let me know in the comments. I will try my best to show you, and we'll go from there. But again, you guys and girls are absolutely amazing, and until the next video, take it easy.